Okay, now it looks normal. Well, good afternoon to everybody out there. Grand afternoon, grand rising, grand night to everybody out there. I hope everybody is doing okay. Thank you for everybody joining my live. Shout out to everybody in the building. I want to talk about, all hip hop, reggae, you know, dancehall, little bit of R&B, you know. Want to make this a little bit musical talk today, a little like get to hip hop, because I see that nowadays a lot of the real MCs ain't getting their respect. A lot of the real DJs, and when I say DJ, I mean as in a DJ, as in, dancehall music, reggae, a DJ, you know. In America, in the West Indies, DJs are different. A DJ is the one that plays records up here in America. But in the West Indies and Jamaica, a DJ is the one that rhymes on the mic like an MC up here. But what they call a selector in Jamaica, that's a DJ. Okay? So let's get that correct. A selector is the one that select the tracks. A DJ is the one that DJ upon the mic. Alright. Our DJs are different up here in America. But we're going to talk about, first I'm going to talk about, some rappers are rappers. MCs are MCs. And certain people that just want to make money off of music, those are people that want to make money off of music. Now, when they had the verses, that was cool for everybody. You seen a couple of groups. You seen a couple of solo people going at it. But if I really bring it back, I'm going to start to say that hip-hop really needs to start showing its elders respect. Because this is like, we call this a music genre, right? Or a division inside of music. Because music is the whole thing, but hip-hop is a division inside of music itself. Now, how they respect rock and roll acts, you need to start respecting hip-hop and rap artists too. Okay? Because I remember one of the only rap acts that I'll see people respect really is Run DMC and LL back in the days. But you must respect all the pioneers. You must respect all the people that came before us. Okay? Because you ain't saying nothing about Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen. You show them respect because they're pioneers in the music game. Now, when it comes to people like LL, MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, KRS-One, Miss Melody, Grandmaster Caz, aka Grandmaster Casanova, DJ Flash, Disco King Mario. Like, these are people that don't get their respect. These are people that like Kay Slay. That's one of my favorite DJs of all time. Don't matter if it's hip hop. Don't matter what music it is. Kay Slay is one. See, people know him from mixtapes. But Kay Slay was a spinner too, okay? Kay Slay was a spinner too. Kay Slay could spin and cut. And see, people play with hip-hop history. I don't play with hip-hop history because I've been in hip-hop history on the outskirts, not on the inskirts of the media and the news and all of that. No, I've been on the outskirts of it, where in the community part of hip-hop I've been at. Open-minded elder, bless up. Oh yeah, we talking music, man. I said we got to give some music vibrations. I know the heading or the thumbnail says real hip-hop, but we're going to be talking about all music right now and today, excuse me. Because I think that a lot of the musicians they don't get their respect. And a lot of people are using too much emotions and personal things, you know. And like I said the other day, Jim Jones may not be the best rapper in the world, but one thing I respect is his hustle to keep on going in the studio and making records. Because I remember when I was a teenager and some of my boy want to make records, I remember some engineers and certain people, they was trying to get us out of certain studios, you know, and let's just say that certain people had to act a certain way so certain people could stay in a studio longer. Okay, because that was the times where people charge you $100 or $50 for an hour in a studio. Okay? I'm from them days where people charge you like by the hour or by 30 minutes, okay? In a studio. And when that studio time is up, that engineer don't care, and whoever is backing up the engineer didn't care either. Okay? Hold on. Open-minded, shout out to you, Elder. Paragoose, shout out to you. Much love to both of y'all, man. Thank y'all for being in the building. And much respect to both of y'all. Now, you got a lot of people that got talent, but you don't see them going in the studio like that. You know, and if we start off from the beginning, like certain people like Grandmaster Flash, one of the greatest DJs I ever seen. One of the greatest DJs I ever seen. And the thing is, people like K Slay and DJ Clue and DJ Sus One, they respect their elders in the DJ game because they know who came before them. And this is where I always want humans to respect each other. You have to respect what came before you. Okay, because what came before you taught you some of what you know. Not all of what you know, but some of what you know. Now, the reason why I always give it up to people like Flash, Disco King Mario, they was DJing when we didn't have no computers. You had 2 turntables, a microphone, and your crates. You know, and you had people carrying your crates, you know, or you got all of your crates on a hand truck, or you got all your crates in the back of your trunk or the back of your car, or some is even on the passenger side of your car. Y'all seen how House Party was, you know? This and you're damn sure right, big up Jam Master Jay. Cause I will never commit to be a DJ, but people like Jam Master Jay and my brother made me want to be a DJ when I'm nothing near to be a DJ. Okay? But watching how Jam Master Jay was like, he used to have one headphone on and one headphone on, and he just there spinning and he cutting and he there getting different records, throwing it on. It makes you want to do the same thing when you got a record and you got headphones on. And let me tell you, my brother could have put on records quicker than me, and my brother could have spin quicker than me, and I'm not going to act like my brother was a spin expert of putting records on, because he took his time of learning how to put the records on fast like how other DJs did it, and I followed and I copied off of him, and I will never act like I'm an expert. No way. But it's something that like, and this is why we do good, so others can follow in good energy. You feel me? Like I'm never ashamed of following my brother or following somebody with good sense. I'm never ashamed of that. Never. Bucks, salute, man. Big up to you. Oh man. Hey, open-minded. Don't even start with them guys right there. You see, doo-wop. Doo-wop. Okay? Doo-wop could have rhymed better than some of you rappers. And he was a DJ. Okay? He was a DJ. And he could have rhymed better than some of you rappers. And then you said Kid Capri. Kid Capri. And SNS, yes, Bucks. SNS is another spin master too. Ron G, are you kidding me? The blend king. The reason why a lot of these people are doing these different hip hop blends mixed with a little bit of R&B, mixed with a little bit of this, Ron G, the king of that. When it comes to American hip hop music spinning, Ron G, the king of that blend. Now, and this what I mean. It got so much DJs in hip hop that don't get their proper respect. Cause people gotta remember, man, the DJ was before the MC and the rapper in this thing we all call hip hop. So when people like to change the history, it's okay. But let's really give respect to the real people that was here before. And what I mean by that, the DJ was here before the MC. Okay? You gotta remember, people loved the DJ before they loved the MC. Okay? People was in love with the DJ before they was in love with the MC. People wanted to know the new tracks that the DJ was gonna play. Some people bought their track so the DJ could play their track. You know, so you gotta always give respect to the DJ. Now, when you talk about dancing in hip hop, you know, shout out to the B-boys and the B-girls. Whether you in Bronx, whether you in Brooklyn, whether you in Queens, whether you in Staten Island, whether you in Long Island. Shout out to all, yeah, saludos. Okay, salute to all the B-boys and B-girls. And I give respect to the B-girls more because everybody used to talk about the B-boys. Yeah, we understand you standing in your B-boy stance. I get it. But you know what? Them ladies was cutting up too, okay? Them ladies was cutting up too. Because when it came to, you know, you throw that cardboard box down, and you there freestyling, you dancing, you boogieing, as they say. Okay, you knocking the robot or you knocking whatever you knocking, but you rocking. And that was the old school hip hop feeling, love. People wasn't ashamed to dance, okay? People wasn't ashamed to boogie. People wasn't ashamed to get down, as they used to say. But nowadays, people are too proud to dance. People are too proud to be themselves. And I'm going to get a little random point when because I see a lot of people that say, oh, it's crazy when West Indian men dance. Well, let me tell you something, okay? I'm not no dancer, but a lot of Caribbean men dance, okay? For you people that think that it's something funny, you got something wrong with your head. Something wrong with you, okay? Because I am tired of people taking good things and putting spoil on it. What do you think? That in history, in world history, that women are the only people that dance? Grow up, okay? And this is why I always talk to people like this, because it's childish people in the world to say stuff like that. And you know the sad thing about it is most men. If you have a problem with men dancing, why are you watching men then? Too much men have problem with too much men thing. Look at women and stop looking at men. Because to me, I don't think a woman would have a problem with a man dancing. And I don't think a man would have a problem with a woman dancing. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem because when our ancestors danced, it wasn't nothing funny. When different tribes dance and chant and beat on the drums, it wasn't nothing funny. But it's just so happened in this modern day where we have men teaching each other stupidity, dancing will be something funny. But that's good for you. Okay. Oh, well, shout out to my dance crew, IBM, International Body Movement. Well, big up to them, you know? For real, bounce out. No, like people, like a lot of people need to stop being childish, you know? Cause it ain't nothing wrong with dancing. Okay, it ain't nothing wrong with dancing. For people that have a problem with dancing or certain people dancing, you are the problem. Okay? You are the problem. And that's the thing in the world, yo. You need to stop joking on people in this world that we live in just because they do something that you don't like to do. Okay? Or just because they're doing something that you dislike. Don't ridicule somebody because of something that you don't like. Let them rock. Let them live. Okay. Now, when we talk about the graffiti, we're going to talk about the graffiti. Like, that went away. That went away because you don't even like, they call it graffiti, but I grew up calling it bombing, we called it bombing or tagging, bombing or tagging. I ain't like graffiti came later on in my teenage years, but growing up it was either tagging or bombing. Graffiti is when I was a teenager I found out what graffiti was. But nobody don't even tag or bomb no more. And when you tag or bomb, they really try to look at it as a crime now. Like, no. Whether you like it or not, some tagging and some bombing made New York City buildings look good, made some subways look good. Because when hip-hop added flavor to this earth, okay? Let me say it again. Hip-hop came and added flavor to this earth. It had flavor before, but hip-hop added something different. It added a different vibration into the world. And when I say hip-hop, I am not talking about rap music, okay? Do not bring hip-hop and people talking about certain things into hip-hop, because it's not the same. Rap music and hip-hop are two totally different worlds, okay? I deal with both, but I mostly deal with hip-hop, okay? Rap music, I want to clean certain rap music up. Okay? Because if you talk about rap music, it's okay for us to beat each other up. It's okay for us to disrespect each other when it comes to rap music. When it comes to rap music, it's okay for you to do a lot of things that don't make sense. But when it comes to hip-hop, the whole culture of hip-hop is vibration, is living, is moving, is knowledge and wisdom. Okay? Hip-hop ain't nothing to be fooled with. Hip-hop came in this world and it was to teach, okay? From people that came from struggles. We didn't come from hip-hop struggling to struggle more. We didn't come from a struggle to kill each other more. So when people tell you negative things about hip-hop, no, they're telling you about rap music, okay? Or they're telling you about what people do. I never want to get this mistaken, okay? Do not mistaken what people do for the real music, because it's just like in reggae and dancehall. Don't compare the gun music and dancehall and think that's all reggae. That is not all reggae. That's a different part. That's a different part. And they will judge the reggae music, or they'll judge the hip-hop music and call it rap music when they want, knowing that it's not correctly. Because I'm going to say it like this. Rap music takes away, hip-hop music gives, okay? Rap music takes away, hip-hop music gives. And a lot of people be like, oh, he's speaking crazy, but it's just the truth. And I don't like when we can't speak the truth to each other, but we could look at each other and we could lie. No way. I'm known for cutting the rug. Dance is a form of expression. And you're damn sure right, it's a form of expression. It is an expression, okay? It's a vibrant expression. It's just like when you ask somebody to, give me a 16 of a freestyle. That's coming straight from the heart, mind, and soul, man. That ain't nothing made up. So when somebody do some joint whether it's they got their steps made up already from their groups, or they got their own particular steps, Whenever you do it, that's vibration, that's movement, that's love. Okay? It ain't nothing wrong with that. That's movement, that's power. Okay? Because it get to the point where I tell people, you ain't never heard a good rap song or reggae song or a good R&B song and it made you feel good in the morning? I tell people 3 songs I listen to right now that make me feel good every time. Bounty Killer and Baby Sham, On Another Level. Biggie Smalls, Juicy. And Bounty Killer, I Can't Believe My Eyes. Okay? I listen to those 3 songs and it pushed me where I need to be. It pushes me where I need to be. Okay? And there's many songs in this world that gave people motivation, gave people hope, gave people courage. So when people talk bad about music, no, you can't talk bad about the music, man. It's the people that's listening to the music that want to do bad, and it's the people that's listening to the music that want to do good. Okay? So we have to really, nonsense music is nonsense music, but good music is good music. Okay? Like I'll get to the point as I always said. A lot of people really thought they knew what Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wheeler. Let me tell you, people still don't know what they was talking about. Okay? Till this day, 80% of the songs that reggae artists from Jamaica across the Caribbean seas, a lot of people still don't understand what them reggae artists were saying. Okay? Because you will say, oh, you know, that it sounds kind of crazy. I don't get it. But you know what? If you don't get it, you ain't supposed to get it. Okay? Excuse me. Let me drink some water, please. Yeah, if you don't get it, you ain't supposed to get it. You know, because you have a lot of good artists. And one thing I don't do is pick favoritism with artists. You know, people like a lot of this favoritism with artists. You know, because I remember I told people I was happy Cartel come out of jail. You know? But Cartel, he ain't nothing but somewhat of a gatekeeper too. Okay? Because if you go against Cartel and you want the other young artists to shine, people gonna call you a hater. Okay? Why must I be a hater? Because I want younger artists to shine that's younger than him. And that's how the music game is. This music game is a very dirty game where it keeps certain people at a certain level and it will keep certain other people at a lower level. And soon as you talk, and you talk, they'll hate you. Okay? Because you're supposed to keep everything a secret. You're supposed to keep certain things a secret. You're supposed to say like, yo, you know what? I got this 400,000. I'm okay. I ain't gonna ask for no more money. No. If you sign any contract or you want to be anything inside this music industry, please make sure you check yourself and you check who's around you and then you sign that contract. Do not just sign no contract because your boy work with them or they work with them or you know a girl that's on that record label. No. Because I'm going to keep on saying it. This music industry is blood suckers. And they don't care for your art, okay? They care for your energy and your time, okay? Because that's all they're going to take is your energy and your time. While they make the best of your music or anything you do, and you will be struggling for years. It's just like the record labels where they take, I sell 1 mil. So the record label getting 10 mil. Who put in all that work? I don't care about you putting the money to back me up. I am the artist. I am the one who created this track. I am the one who came with the creativity. Okay? But when it comes to different situations and different things in this world, people like to use some people so others could really stay rich. Okay, hold on. It's best to be independent. Yes, it's best to be an independent artist. Cause don't matter how much you could pick the nicest labels. Even like for example, I'ma say it. And I try not to even talk about him because people will be saying, oh, you're getting on him, but it's just the truth. Jay-Z did Beanie Siegel dirty. Jay-Z did Emil dirty. Jay-Z did Chris and Neef dirty. Jay-Z and I will say your partner too. You know, you and Dame Dash and Biggs. Cause these were supposed to be how could I say, people from our own communities, right? But look what happened to Rockefeller, and tell me the next richest artist that was on Rockefeller next to Jay-Z. Tell me the next biggest artist. Tell me. Anybody. Anybody. Tell me the next biggest artist that was on Rockefeller next to Jay-Z. That had a successful career, that could feed their family, and that could put other people in a position to feed their family as well. Tell me. Because two of the closest people he had was Beanie Siegel and Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek is, you know, Bleek is being bleak. You see Bleek once in a while, you know, but you never really hear Bleek come out with that much music. Beanie Siegel, you know what, you see the problem with him. And to me, I think Jay-Z did him the dirtiest. Okay, because I can remember Beanie Siegel used to fight everybody for Rockefeller, and he was a Philly dude. Okay, this is real stuff. Beans was getting into problems with different people because he was part of the Rock. He thought Rockefeller was his family. But this is why I always say, people will like to say, how could I say it? It's different levels to the streets. That's all I'll say. I'm going to keep it there like that. It's different levels to the streets. Because a lot of people will say, oh, they'll side with a lot of things that Jay-Z did, right? But with a lot of Rockefeller artists, he did them wrong. Okay? He did a lot of Rockefeller artists wrong. Must we go to the next person now in the music industry that did people wrong? And I don't even want to call his name because calling his name makes me feel like Puffy. Okay? Puffy. R.I.P. to the notorious B.I.G. Christopher Wallace. You did Biggie dirty when it came to contracts, Sean. You did Biggie dirty. And that's why I remember when Biggie signed on Bad Boys, I remember telling my brother and a couple of my cousins, I said, that dude Puffy ain't real with it. That dude ain't real with it. And when you look back at it, it was just the same thing with the little Fat Joe. Okay? When Big Pun died and everybody else was talking this and that, Cuban Link was one of the only people that stepped up that had the heart to say Fat Joe was robbing Big Pun and his family. Now I ask myself, right? And this is why I say we do each other bad as blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos in the hood. We all come from the same stuff. So you telling me when we get in a money industry where we never been before, we gonna treat each other like shit just because we around these people? And this is why I don't respect some of these entertainers that call themselves, oh, I'm from the hood, I'm from LA, or I'm from the Bronx, I'm like, yo, so what? So what? What does that mean you from the Bronx? What does that mean you from Brooklyn? What does that mean you from LA if you're not helping your people? I watch so much people sign checks and you can't even cash it. Okay? Because I don't care what Big Pun wife and Fat Joe had. Every single dime off of Big Pun, any one of his albums or singles should go to Liza and the kids. It's nowhere Christopher Rios, okay? Big Pun's son, Christopher Rivers, it is no way he used to have to struggle. And you know what's the sad thing is? I'ma say it. Big Pun's son is a better MC than Fat Joe could ever be. Okay? And it's just like, because I'm going to tell you this, what people do, and people don't want to accept it, though. And we have to start accepting this. And this is why I say, I don't care if you're from the hood. I don't care where you from. How many times we going to watch people from this so-called hood, right, treat people bad? Because you think Big Pun wasn't better than Fat Joe? You think Biggie wasn't better than Puffy? You think Tupac wasn't better than Suge Knight? You think Lil Wayne wasn't better than Baby? I could keep on going down the list. I just want to show you how our people, we use each other. Okay? These people are effing us over as it is. But we mess each other up. Yeah, Paragoon, because I used to tell people I don't even like hearing Puffy rap, because you're not even a rapper or an MC. It's just a waste of time. You know? And these people, they use our people, because, for example, Biggie didn't have no music connections, but Puffy had the music connections. Big Pun didn't have no music connections, but who did have the music connections? Fat Joe. Okay, because he was down with Lord Finesse and AG and them, so he had certain connections that Big Pun didn't have. Big Pun was still on the sidewalks in the streets somewhat. Okay, just like Biggie. Okay, Lil Wayne was a kid. Baby and them knew the street game and they knew the business world. So they knew they could take Lil Wayne and turn him into a superstar. And they know. So, for example, why you think a couple of years ago Lil Wayne got mad at Baby? But he knew him forever as his father, right? He knew him forever as his father, but your own, I will say, because I'm not going to disrespect Lil Wayne and him and Baby's their relationship as him respecting him as his father or stepfather. You know, I know that's not his biological father, but whether people like it or not, Baby is the only father that Lil Wayne really knew in his life as a man. Whether people want to like it or not, that's the only man he really knew in his life as a father. His mother must have told him something else, but Lil Wayne, all he know is Brian Baby Williams is his father since he was a kid. Oh, Fat Joe is more than corny. He's so corny that to me it sometimes I feel sad when I talk about people like him. Okay? That's how sad some people is, that I feel like trash when I talk about people like that. You know, like I don't feel good to myself when I talk about certain people like that. For real, cuz it gets to the, if you feel like you're picking on them, it is not no, like, I'm from the South Bronx where Fat Joe is from, you know, and I'm from around the corner from him. It's like, what people see, I don't see, but we'll keep it there, you know? Like, we'll keep it there. I'm from Prospect, he from Forest, okay? So, I like a lot, and that's the thing about a lot of these rappers. I remember, like, years ago, one of my boys was like, yeah, yo, them rappers, they tough. I said, bro, the day you ever think one of these rappers is tough, me and you gonna have an argument. You say that again. Cause, yes, a human, whether it's a female or a male, may came from street life. But soon as you become a rapper, you better just stay in your little rap position in your rap place. Because that's what you are, a rapper. Okay? Because if you want me to make another example, Jadakiss. He's a rapper. Okay? / MC. But what I mean by calling him a rapper, he's not no dude on the street. Okay? But people in hip-hop and rap music, they will want to make somebody, oh, he's a street nigga. Or she's a street, like, no. No, let them just be regular musicians. Stop trying to make them be something that they not. Okay? And that's what a lot of these so-called rappers, they're good people. Okay? Stop trying to turn them into something that they're not. Okay? For example, like Jim Jones. You think Jim Jones want his son in the street? No. You think Jay-Z want his daughters in the street where he was? No. You think Snoop want his kids in the street? No. Hold on, shout out to my guys in University and Bathgate, you know. Shout out to Bathgate and shout out to University all day, every day, man, for real. Love to you, know, all day, you know. No, like, these people, and I never fall for it because I know a lot of the main entertainers or the top stars, as they call them, they keep their kids away from where they're from. And when they come back to where they're from, they come with security guards, Secret Service, officers, off-duty cops, detectives, many different people that you don't know and you can't see. But people will say, oh, they came back to the hood. No, stop it. Please stop it. Okay? Please stop it, because it's for a real example. Why you think Vybz Kartel stays out of Jamaica? Huh? Huh? Why you think Vybz Kartel is really staying away from Jamaica? Huh? Okay. Let's stop playing, man. I watch some of these people call themselves gangsters and thugs, and a lot of them can't even walk through where they came from. Okay? They're pushing death, right? But some of them, I can't even say the word because they might give me that YouTube guideline. But they soft as cotton. Okay? And one thing why I say they soft as cotton, because you have a chance to make money and to stay in the studio and do different stage shows around the world. You think if I had a chance, or anybody that's in the chat right now had a chance to be a performer and go around the world and perform for people, you think I want to be acting like I'm a thug or a gangster or a killer or anything? That's not even in my mind. I wouldn't even write music like that if I had the chance. Because trust me, if I ever had the chance to do that, I will never talk about killing or even death in my music. Okay? But as I say, a lot of these little girl boys and a lot of these so-called big up them face celebrities, you know, music celebrities, they want people to think that they're gangster and they thugs. Like, no, just be a musician, man. Make your music, okay? It ain't, because this is the sad thing about all of us on earth. Oh, shit, I correct myself. Some of us that don't use sense. We could all live good on this earth, but there's always a few that want to mess it up. Okay? We could all live good on this earth, but there's always a few that want to mess it up for the many. Okay? But we don't need to do that. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water. Today is a hot day. I hope everybody out there is staying hydrated as well. You know, make sure you drink your water. Drink whatever you have to drink to stay hydrated, you know, and if you're going outside, make sure you dress well. Make sure you're okay. Don't catch a heat stroke. You know, try not to scream too much. Try not to get into no arguments today. Try not to use too much negative energy anywhere, because it's not good in the heat, okay? Just try to keep yourself calm and humble and enjoy the day, okay? If you could stay under the air conditioner or open a window, do that. If you could go to the beach, go to the beach. If you could go to the pool, go to the pool. But enjoy yourself in the hot sun, okay? Enjoy yourself and don't take upon the dirty deeds of the world when it's hot. Okay? Now, let me continue to talk about some people that need respect in the music industry. I'm going to always put it down for Big Pun. You know, because he's one of the rappers that they never expected. I remember a lot of people used to say that. I wouldn't call it crap, but I used to call it nonsense. But I'm going to be honest to you. I never thought that, a lot of people that grew up around the Bronx, Some people outside of the Bronx maybe thought Big Pun was black, but everybody that knew Big Pun knew he was Puerto Rican. And the reason why I give Big Pun his respect, because it got so much people in hip hop history, so much rappers done came through, and whether they was fat or skinny or whatever, Big Pun was over 500 pounds, right? But you know what? He said, I'm gonna show y'all something different. And he out-rapped a lot of other people. Okay? A lot of other people. Because still till this day, there's only a few people that I will keep on that same wavelength as Big Pun when it comes to spitting fast and actually making people understand what you say with you spitting fast. Okay? You got Twister. That's just straight up. And Tech 9. Okay? But Big Pun, he kept, man, he had it. He had that juice. You know? KRS-One, like the Blastmaster. Come on, man. No win against almost all of the good battle rappers back then. You know? So we give it up to KRS-One. Shout out to Bronx and Brooklyn with that one for him, you know? Because they say he was born in Brooklyn but just raised in the Bronx. But it is what it is, you know? Okay. Another person I gotta give it up to too is Melly Mel, man. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the floor. You know? Like icon. You know, in the hip hop, one of the original MC / rappers. You know? And he could still give it to some of these young MCs nowadays, and he could still serve some of these young rappers. Okay? And I will always, you know, much respect to Grandmaster Flash, you know, because he was one of them dedicated DJs to his craft. You know? Give it up to, again, you know, from Queens, New York, DJ Clue. When it came to the mixtape era in the early 2000s, I could speak about, and Clue had hole in the 90s too, you know, cause I remember when Clue and K Slay was fighting for street money, okay? And I'm talking about not drugs, I'm talking about street mixtape money, people, okay? When they was trying to say who makes the most money on the street with their mixtape and other things. And to be honest with you, I can't pick with none of them because I used to buy K Slay mixtapes, I used to buy Clue mixtapes. But I gotta always really say I did buy Clue mixtapes more because it had a point in my life where DJ Clue was one of my favorite mixtapes DJs. And before I get any other mixtape, it was two DJs that I'ma get off the back. DJ Clue and K Slay. That's off the back already. That's just automatic. I was gonna get any mixtapes they came out with. Whether it was the Drama Hour, Cherry Lounge, you know, Monday night mixtapes, you know, like. And I still got some of those CDs till this day. Till this day, I still got some of those CDs. You know, a lot of Drama Hours. You know, when K Slay used to shout out all the jails, lock in. R.I.P. to K Slay, man. That's one DJ that I really do miss. The Drama Hours, Thursday night, from 12 to 2 o'clock. Sure, I forgot Monday night mixtapes. I forgot when Clue used to come on. I forgot his hours. But he used to come on Hot 97 on Monday. You know? And that's, to be honest with you, that's when I heard Hitchcock. And what's his name, man? What's the R.I.P. Stack? Joe Buttons. He used to play all the exclusives. Fab. A lot of the exclusives. That's when Hot 97 was on fire. That's when it wasn't no 105. Or should I say their correct name, Power 105. You know, it wasn't no Power 105. You had all the different DJs on Hot 97. You had all of the different people coming up on Hot 97 for interviews. Some people in the morning. The music, facts, positive, uplifting music. Yes, positive, uplifting music could help many people out every day. You know, like Bob Marley, One Love Song. He trying to tell the whole world, whether you like it or not, for all of us to live in one love. It got many other songs, you know, telling people, let's all of us live in one love. But some people would just love to see the world crumble. We can't do that, okay? Because all of us have family on this planet. All of us has family living on this earth. And the most important thing, we are living here. So we can't let others destroy what we are living in. We must take care of them and ourselves and others. You know, we cannot let people destroy something good. And whether they want to call it good, bad, ugly, or sad, this earth is something good for all of us, okay? It's just that the humans got to take care of it. There ain't nothing wrong with earth. It's what humans do on earth. Okay, couple of mentions for some people that really need their respect too. I know everybody mad at Remy Martin nowadays, but shout out to Remy. Okay, BX up always. Shout out to Little Kim. Brooklyn up always. Okay? Shout out to Foxy Brown. Brooklyn up always. Okay? Shout out to MC Light. Shout out to Queen Latifah. Shout out to Miss Melody. Okay? Rod Digger. Okay? Like, people slept on Rod Digger, and let me talk about the Trinity gal. Big up to Nicki, okay? Big up to Nicki Minaj, okay? Many people may hate her or got disagreements, but big up to the Trinity gal, okay? Much love to Nicki, okay? Because whether you hate her or love her or whatever it is that certain people got against Nicki, she was one person that went in the studio too, okay? She kept going in the studio. Oh, Dawn? Yeah, I always give it up to Nicki. She a good artist, you know? She a good artist. One thing people need to stop though, take your emotions out of the music, okay? Stop bringing your emotions of what you have for somebody personally about their music, okay? Stop it. Cause it goes to the point where you don't make no sense, you know? You hate this person personally, so you don't like their music. Well, you know what? Don't listen to their music then. You know, take that hate out your heart. Take it out your mind. Take it out your soul. People need to stop living with so much hate. You know? Stop it. And this is why I say, like, you know, the music industry is a whole bunch of holding back. You know, but people gotta let the music industry, like, let certain artists be free. Let certain artists be, like, making their music. It doesn't work. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Here at work. You know. Now we need to really just start respecting real music again, and stop giving respect to nonsense music and give respect to those true artists out there, because there's true artists out there that's making music so people could feel good. It's true artists out there that's making music to make music so the world can move on. Some people ain't out there to just make music and just with no sense. People are making music that makes sense to them and makes sense to others. Thank you for everybody that came through. Well, hold on. I gotta give some respect to some of the new generation people. Billy B, Brooklyn, East New York. Connie Diamonds, Bronx all day. Bobby Smurda, Brooklyn. Rowdy Rebel, Brooklyn. Okay? Chef G, Brooklyn. They have a lot of young artists. Some people will call them drill artists, right? But the thing is, they still human and they still artists and they still want a chance and they still need a chance and they still deserve a chance. God bless. Keep the music living. Love everybody out there. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and much respect to you.